Yeah.
Okay, after recording this video, you will be uploaded on YouTube channel.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
So how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah, I'm also doing great. So we are meeting first time, so can I know something about you?
Okay, I am Ninder and I am from Punjab. I have done my graduation and completed my B.Ed degree from Jammu University. And I have also done like a BCA and computer diploma computer application. And now I have two kids and they go to school. And now I want to become a teacher. So that's why I joined this application because firstly I want to learn this English, this language. After that I will become my teacher. It is
Oh,
all
that's
about
very
me.
fantastic, ma'am. That's very great. So may I introduce myself now, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay, so my name is Sunidhi Kumari. I'm from Jharkhand. I'm studying class 9. I have 5 members in my family and 3 siblings, one me and 2 small brothers. And my hobby is to learn English language and to learn something new. That's all about me.
Okay, so how long have you been learning English?
Okay, so when I was in class 6 or 7, at that time only started to learn this language and talk about my speaking English language. I've joined to the before 8 to 9 months a Skype application to speak this language because I was facing a lots of problem in speaking English language. So that's why I just joined to the Skype application for practicing English language. And when I was in class 6 or 7, I was facing a lots of problem at the time. Firstly, I learned the grammar because grammar is the backbone of the English language. So that's why I learned the basic grammar. After learning the basic grammar, I was doing the practice at my home, how I can give my introduction, how I can give my daily routine. This type of activity I was doing my at my home. I was also practicing with the co-learner at the time, but I was hesitating so much. I was not able to speak very well. But before 8 to 9 months, I've joined the Skype application and I'm practicing with the peoples because now I understood the importance of the English language. So like this, my journey is going on. I am practicing English language.
How many time do you practice on a Skype or on a video call?
Yeah, so whenever I get a chance to speak English language, like I'm also a student, so that's why I'm not getting much time to practice English language. I have to focus on my study. So I just whenever I get free time, like half an hour or whatever time I just get, I used to speak English. I used to practice in this Skype application.
Okay. Do you studying you in Hindi medium or English medium?
I'm studying in English medium school.
Okay, that's why you speak English very well because you know how students study in English medium, they speak English very easily. But I completed my study in Punjab board school education, so that's why I face so many problems.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you know,
Ma'am, but
whenever I completed my study, that time I taught English as a subject. That time I didn't know it is a language. But after marriage, now I have a two kids, so they go to school and they speak English. And now they are little, but they speak English. After that, I realized we should learn this language, and now I am learning.
yes, ma'am, that's very fantastic. And from what's your journey about the English language? Like from when did you start it?
Yeah, actually, if I talk about my journey, I started this language before 1 year ago, but I don't use consistently. But after that, I use like AC Fluency application and Zostock application, and I talk every day on that application. And but some person suggestion me you should talk in front of camera because you know whenever I talk in front of camera, that time I forget everything. So now it is
Yes,
my
ma'am, you are
second
absolutely
conversation.
right.
Yeah, it is my second conversation in a day. And
Yes,
before
ma'am.
1 week ago, I joined this application and I start like on a video call because I want to improve myself. That's why I use this application.
Yes, ma'am, you're absolutely right. So I also used to speak in a video call conversation because I just think that if I will speak in the audio call, then I will not gonna to be face any problem like in the video call. So many people they are facing a lots of problem in speaking English language. Some people they forget what we have to speak. So like if we will focus on the video call conversation, we can overcome all the hesitation. We can easily speak with the confident English language. So I follow the video call conversation only.
Yeah, because this is not our language; it is a different language. So now in these days, this is a global language. So I think we should learn this language. So you are student, you are study in ninth class, but you speak English very well. It is very good for you because you are start is your journey, and it is very good. After marriage, I realize what is the importance of English. But you realize in this age, it is very good for you.
Yes, ma'am, because nowadays all the people they are speaking English language, and we can also see in the rural areas also, like people now they are aware of English language. All the people earlier peoples were not aware of the English language. They just think that I'm only comfortable in my native language. But nowadays people they are aware of the English language, because if we want to connect to the people also, English is a common language for everywhere. Like if you also want to connect with the foreigner peoples, if we'll speak in English language with them, then we can easily be connect, because we are not knowing about their native language and they are also not knowing about our native language. So that how we can connect with the peoples, if as English is a global language, and if we want to connect to the peoples globally, then English is very necessary to learn. So that's why we should learn English language. And nowadays we can also see that small children they are also knowing English language, they're also speaking English language. So that's why we should learn English language.
I also have a daughter. She is 9 year old, and I want to make my daughter to fluent English speaker. So
Yes, ma'am.
sometime I try to with her. Sometime I try to speak with her in English because which school she goes and their environment. Mostly persons speak English with her, and she speak English very well, but little bit. Her pronunciation is very good back than me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So, ma'am, I want to ask one question to that. How do you practice English language?
Actually, I am housemaker and I don't have much time to practice, but I try to practice on this application and I always use like Your Stock application and AC Fluency application in the morning, in the evening, half an hour. I use Yoast application and half an hour in I use in the evening and it is according to me, in a day, I use this application 1 and hour. I don't have much time to practice, but I want to become a fluent English speaker. So you speak English very well. So please give me some suggestion. What should I do to become a fluent English speaker?
And so talking about me also, that I'm not able to speak very well English language. I'm also practicing English language. And I'm also a student, so that's why I'm also not getting much time. But I practice only the Skype application. And talking about that, how the people they can improve the English language. So they should need to follow the LSRW, through which they can easily speak English language, like listening, speaking, writing, and reading. If they will follow like this steps, then they can easily speak English language. And regular practice is very necessary for learning English very well. And with a confident for speaking confident English language, we should practice English language on the regular basis. Whenever we are getting time, I'm not telling that we have to give a 2 hours 3 hours in a Skype application and for practicing English language. But whenever we get like 10 minutes 15 minutes, whatever we are getting the times, we should practice on that only. And we should not be like that we are speaking now and after 10 days we are starting to speak, then we will not able to see any result in ourselves. For seeing any result, for seeing any good result in ourselves, we have to speak regular basis, and we have to follow LSRW, through which we can easily speak English language very well.
Okay, which type of application you say? I don't understand.
Yeah. So we have to follow LSRW, like listening. We have to listen anything. Like we can
Okay,
also
okay.
see in the we can also see in the social medias stories we can get in the social medias. We have to listen it carefully. After listening whatever we have listened, after listening it carefully, we have to speak those things in front of mirror and in front of camera. So whatever we have listened, if we will speak in front of mirror, in front of camera, we will face like we will think in ourselves that I just forget all those things. So for overcome of the hesitations, we have to speak in front of mirror and camera. And after speaking, whatever we have to speak, we have to write those things. We have to read. We have to also read whatever we are getting, newspaper, any English book, anything, whatever we are getting, we have to read. English, in English papers, like in the in newspaper also we are getting in English magazines. So many stories book they are available in the English language. So that's why we have to also read some books. And after reading also, we whatever we have listened, whatever we have speak, and whatever we have read, we have to write those also things, because if we will write, then more idea will come that what I have to write, more good sentences, and more thought will come that I have to write like this is a correct, this is wrong, like this type of things we can easily do. So if we will follow like this tips, then we can easily practice English language very well, and we can easily speak very well English language.
Okay, I got it. I also watch so many videos related to English content, and I read a story on a YouTube. And sometime I saw like a cartoon, Shine English, and they provide so
Yes,
very good
ma'am.
stories in English, and they provide simple English, and I also like this type of stories.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, may I know that what's your hobby?
Yeah. If I talk about my hobby before marriage, my hobby was reading books and writing something. But after marriage, everything changed. And now my hobby is help to another person and speaking English.
Wow, that's very fantastic, ma'am. So, ma'am, do you know that I'm very, very happy to talk to with you, and I've also learned so many things from you. So, ma'am, shall we end our session now also, because the video is going to very long. So, shall we end our session
Okay.
now only?
Okay, no problem. So nice
Okay, so
conversation.
thank you
And
so
I
much,
also
ma'am.
felt very thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, ma'am. Bye.